Dearly beloved in Christ, on this 27th Sunday in ordinary time, God speaks to us that there will be challenges, there will be adversities. But in the midst of these challenges and adversities of life, we have to be patient. We see the prophet Habakkuk in the first reading, how the prophet is frustrated, how the prophet is overwhelmed with the struggles and the challenges of his time. And you see his frustration being vent out in his prayer to God. When he says, "How long, O Lord, how long shall I cry to you? I see violence everywhere. There is rain around me. I cry to you and you seem not to listen. You do not intervene." You know, as human as we are, we can really identify ourselves with the prophet. Because sometimes the same way we express ourselves, we think that we are suffering, we have been praying, and it's like God is asleep. It's like God does not even hear us. Have you ever found yourself in that situation where you get frustrated through your prayer life, thinking that the Lord is denying you of what you are asking? Today, God is giving you an answer. He says he works in his own time. So in the midst of adversity and perplexities of life, God is saying, be patient and wait for him. And this is the message he gave to the prophet. He says, have a vision for yourself and a vision for me. But that vision, write it on the tablet and wait for it to be fulfilled in his own time. My dear friends, time and waiting is of essence in our Christian faith. Come to think about Jesus Christ himself. When Jesus came into this world, he always says, my time has not come. My hour has not come. Even Jesus waited on the fulfillment of the Father's promise. He waited for the Father's time to be fulfilled. So if Jesus waited, how much more you and I? But in our modern society, patience is something that we don't even want to hear. When you tell people to wait and be patient, they get upset. Because we live in a rush society. Everything is in a rush. In our driving, in our work, in our activity, nobody has time to wait for the other. We are always on a rush. So we transfer our rashness of life even into our faith. And sometimes we want to rush God. We want to push God. Today, God is telling you, slow down, my son. Slow down, my daughter. Don't rush. And he told the prophet, even if you think my answer to your prayer is being delayed, I ask you to wait because I work in my own time. Dear brother, dear sister, God is not deaf to your prayers. He works in his time. Have that patience and wait upon him. And God says, even if you think I am late in hearing your prayer, I will not disappoint you. Don't take the delayance of God to be his denier. You know, our children of today are always in a rush. Imagine you being in the kitchen cooking and your child comes to you and say, "Mom, can you fix this for me?" And your hands are full and you tell your kid, "Wait for me. When I'm done, I will fix it for you." And your child rolls on the ground. You see, children of today, they don't have patience. If your son wants you to take him to the store and you say, "Wait, I'll do that in the weekend." Why should I wait for the weekend? I want it now. Even children do not have patience with us. So everybody is in a rush. And because their desires are not fulfilled, what do? They get frustrated. They get upset. And the same way we treat God. When we ask God for something and God tells you, "Wait, I'll take my time and prepare something precious for you," we cannot wait for God. And we get frustrated with God and we say all sorts of things. Sometimes we behave like our own children, how they behave when we do not give them the attention at the time they are asking us. Today, God is speaking to you. He says, "My son, my daughter, I will never disappoint you. Just have faith and wait for me." You know, why is it so difficult for people to face adversity? It's all because of what we call self-absorption. When you are facing challenges, don't just look to yourself. Self-absorption means you just look to yourself and your immediate surrounding. And once you think that you are weak or you don't have the ability to overcome that, it will push you into weakness. And then you give up. But today, God says to the prophet, have a vision. What that means is that have a foresight. Don't be short-sightedness, but be what? Long-sighted. See that what will come out of this situation from the point of view of God. If I see my adversity from the perspective of faith, what could come out of it? That means you are looking beyond the status quo. You are looking beyond the immediate struggle. Ask yourself, in the sight of faith, from the lens of my faith, what can I learn from this struggle? What can I learn from this adversity? So challenges may come. It can be in raising your children. It can be financial challenges. It can be marriage struggles. Have faith and wait in that faith. That is why he says, the rash man has no integrity, but the one who has faith will be saved. So let us not rush God in the midst of adversity, but rather hold on onto our faith. And let us be patient with the Lord. You know, commonly we always say, God's time is the best. God's time is the best. Are you really waiting for God's time? Do you really believe his time is the best? If so, why are you so frustrated? Why are you so mad and angry at God? Because he is not answering you at your time. But you know that his time is the best. There is this woman in my village one time who lost her son. And this woman was so frustrated and started cursing God, saying that I have wasted my time going to church. I'm not going to pray again. To hell with my faith and to hell with God. And as she was ranting and walking in the neighborhood, there was a heavy thunder. Brrr. Then the woman fell on her knees. She said, Lord, I am just joking. I don't mean what I said. You see, sometimes in our frustration, we go beyond what we have to do. But when the thunder struck, she saw that even in that confused state, she still needed God. So whether in good times or in bad times, we rely on God. Never think that God hates you for pushing you or for allowing whatever is going on is going on. He works in his own time. Don't get mad at God, because no matter the situation and the circumstances, you still rely on God. Pray for the gift of patience. Pray for courage. Today, Paul's letter to Timothy, he says, you did not receive the power of cowardice, but rather power and grace and love and self-control. Let us control our emotions in the midst of adversities, and let the power of God that resides in you make you courageous and strong, so that whatever the adversity is, you will come out victoriously from it. May Christ be your constant companion now and forever.